Mr. Collins at your service. What a superbly featured room, and what excellent boiled potatoes. Many years since I've had such an exemplary vegetable. To which of my fair cousins should I compliment the excellence of the cooking?
Mr. Collins, we are perfectly able to keep a cook.
Excellent. I'm very pleased the estate can afford such a living. I'm honoured to have as my patroness Lady Catherine de Bourgh. You've heard of her, I presume. My small rectory abuts her estate, Rosings Park, and she often condescends to drive by my humble dwelling in her little phaeton and ponies.
Does she have any family?
One daughter, the heiress of Rosings and very extensive property. I've often observed to Lady Catherine that her daughter seemed born to be a duchess, for she has all the superior graces of elevated rank. These are the kind of little delicate compliments which are always acceptable to the ladies, and which I conceive myself particularly bound to pay.
How happy for you, Mr. Collins, to possess the talent for flattering with such delicacy.
These pleasing attentions proceed from the impulse of the moment, or are they the result of previous study?
They arise chiefly from what is passing at the time, and though I do sometimes amuse myself with arranging such little elegant compliments, I always wish to give them as unstudied an air as possible.
Oh, believe me, no one would suspect your manners to be rehearsed.
After dinner, I thought I might read to you all for an hour or two. I have with me Fordyce's sermons, which speak very eloquently on all matters moral. Are you familiar with Fordyce's sermons, Miss Bennet? Mrs. Bennet, you do know that I have been bestowed by the good grace of Lady Catherine de Bourgh a parsonage of no mean size.
I have become aware of the fact.
Well, it is my avowed hope that soon I may find a mistress for it, and I have to inform you that the eldest Miss Bennet has captured my special attention.
Oh, Mr. Collins, unfortunately, it is incumbent upon me to hint that the eldest Miss Bennet is very soon to be engaged.
Engaged?
But Miss Lizzie, next to her in both age and beauty, would make anyone an excellent partner. Do not you agree, Mr. Collins?
Indeed. Indeed. Very agreeable alternative. There you are.
Mr. Collins.
Perhaps you will do me the honour, Miss Elizabeth.
Oh. I did not think you danced, Mr. Collins.
I do not think it incompatible with the office of a clergyman to indulge in such an innocent diversion. In fact, several people, with her ladyship included, have complimented me on my lightness of foot.
Mr. Wickham has been called on some business to town.
To be sure, dancing is of little consequence to me, but it does But it does afford the opportunity to lavish... to lavish upon one's partner.
My informant tells me that he would have been less inclined...
delicate attentions, which is my...
But he would be less inclined to be engaged were it not for the... were it not for the presence at Netherfield of a certain gentleman.
which is my primary object of the evening.
That gentleman barely warrants the name.
It is my intention, if I may be so bold, to remain close to you throughout the evening. Is that Mr. Darcy of Pemberley in Derbyshire?
I believe so.
I must make myself known to him immediately.
But,
He's
sir...
the nephew of my esteemed patroness, Lady Catherine.
Mr. Collins, he will consider it an impertinence.
Mr. Darcy? Mr. Darcy? Mr. Darcy? Good evening.
What
My
interesting
name's-
relatives you have, Miss Elizabeth.
I believe we have a mutual acquaintance in the person of Lady Catherine Burke.
Since I was a child, and then she died. I have a beautiful grave. Of course, Caroline's a much better rider than I. Of course.
Her sister's in the way of other people. I'm very
Mrs. Bennet, I was hoping, if it would not trouble you, that I might solicit a private audience with Miss Elizabeth in the course of the morning.
Oh, yes, certainly.
Dear Miss Elizabeth, I'm sure my attentions have been too marked to be mistaken. Almost as soon as I entered the house, I singled you out as the companion of my future life. But before I am run away with my feelings, perhaps I may state my reasons for marrying. Firstly, that it is the duty of a clergyman to set the example of matrimony in his parish. Secondly, that I am convinced it will add greatly to my happiness. And thirdly, that it is at the urging of my esteemed patroness, Lady Catherine, that I select a wife. My object in coming to Longbourn was to choose such a one from among Mr. Bennet's daughters, for I am to inherit the estate, and such an alliance will surely suit everyone. And now, nothing remains but for me to assure you in the most animated language of the violence of my affection.
Mr. Collins!
And that no reproach on the subject of fortune will cross my lips once we're married.
You are too hasty, sir. You forget that I have given no answer.
I must add that Lady Catherine will thoroughly approve when I speak to her of your modesty, economy, and other amiable qualities.
Sir, I am honoured by your proposal, but I regret that I must decline it.
I know ladies don't seek to seem too eager.
Mr. Collins, I am perfectly serious. You could not make me happy, and I'm convinced I'm the last woman in the world who could make you happy.
I flatter myself, cousin, that your refusal is merely a natural delicacy. Besides, you should take into account that despite your manifold attractions, it's by no means certain that another offer of marriage may ever be made to you.
Mr. Collins!
So I must conclude that you simply seek to increase my love by suspense.
Sir.
According to the usual practice of elegant females.
Sir. I am not the sort of female to torment a respectable man. Please understand me. I cannot accept you.
So foolish, child. Don't worry, Mr. Collins. We'll have this little hiccup dealt with immediately.
Dear Charlotte, thank you for your letter. I'm so glad the house, furniture and roads are all to your taste and that Lady Catherine's behaviour is friendly and obliging. What with your departure, Jane's to London, and the militia to the north with the colourful Mr. Wickham, I must confess the view from where I sit has been rather grey. As for the favour you ask, it is no favour at all. I would be happy to visit you at your earliest convenience.
Welcome to our humble abode. My wife encourages me to spend as much time in the garden as possible for the sake of my health.
My dear, I think our guest is tired after her journey.
And I plan many improvements, of course. I intend to throw out a bough and plant a lime walk. Oh, yes, I flatter myself that any young lady would be happy to be the mistress of such a house. Charlotte, come here.
What's happened?
Charlotte!
Has the pig escaped again? Oh, it's Lady Catherine. Come and see Lizzie.
Great news. Great news. We've received an invitation to visit Rosings this evening from Lady Catherine de Bourgh.
How wonderful.
Do not make yourself uneasy, my dear cousin, about your apparel.
Just put on whatever you've brought that's best.
Lady Catherine's never been averse to the truly humble.
One of the most extraordinary sights in all of Europe, is it not? The glazing alone costs upwards of £20,000. Come along. Come along.
I think it's a little later. We'll play cards.
Your ladyship.
Ah.
Mr. Berg.
Very kind of you to ask
Rub
us to
alone
dine,
cost
Lady
upwards of
Catherine.
£300.
Mr. Darcy? What are you doing here?
Mr. Darcy, I had no idea we had the honour.
Miss Elizabeth, I'm a guest here.
You know my nephew?
Yes, Ma'am. I had the pleasure of meeting your nephew in Hertfordshire.
Colonel Fitzwilliam, how do you do?
Mr. Collins, you can't sit next to your wife. Move. Over there. Harvey, I wonder, could you get my fish course? Come, Miss Bennet, and play for us.
No, I beg you.
For music is my delight. In fact, there are few people in England who have more true enjoyment of music than myself. Or better natural taste. If I had ever learned, I should have been a great proficient. So would Anne, if her health would have allowed her.
Lady Catherine, I'm not afflicted with false modesty. When I say I play poorly,
Come, Lizzie. Her ladyship demands it. Every mind must have some counsellor to whom it may apply for consolation in distress. There are many conveniences which others can supply and which we cannot procure for ourselves. I have now principally in view those objects which are only to be obtained through intercourse. Forgive me, through the intercourse of friendship or civility. On such occasions, the proud man steps forth to meet you not with the cordiality of affection, but with the suspicion of one who reconnoiters an enemy, who is ready to...
So how long do you plan to stay at Kent, Colonel?
As long as Darcy chooses, I'm at his disposal.
Everyone appears to be at his disposal.